Taking care of my folks.
Welcome to the Modcast podcast. The Bay Area's new elite to the alumni that belong here, man. I had to have you on for the second time. Pause. You know what I mean? You was bringing so much positivity, so much gamed up activity that I was getting a lot of requests where they was like, we want to hear Mo. What do you got to say? So what I did this time was I figured I would come up with a few topics that I know, someone of your caliber would have some interesting opinions on. The first topic, of course, would be fatherhood. I kind of want you to kind of just go back and forth about what life was for you before fatherhood and then after.
That's. I was what can I say? I was selfish before fatherhood. After fatherhood, I became selfless.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You have a kid, you see yourself, your own mortality, you know what I'm saying? So I began to live for something else, you know what I'm saying? Prior to that, I probably made a lot of decisions, you know what I mean, that was in the short term because it was only me I had to worry about, you know what I mean? So it was like, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal type situation a lot, and I was young. I didn't have a kid until, about 28.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was doing young nigga shit.
Living that life.
Yeah.
Regardless, you could tell a lot of your hustle and a lot of your atrophy, a lot of the things that you put into it is really family dedicated. I could be making an assumption, but I know that one of the goals is to definitely be able to leave, your princess, your daughter, an empire.
Yeah, guaranteed.
You know what I mean? $100 though, but I was seeing, just give me a couple of words of wisdom. I call them gamed up words, gamed up quotes, where if you're a father out there and you're feeling somewhat underappreciated or even underestimated, what's the fuel that burns your fire? What's the thing that keeps you going aside from it's the right thing to do?
Man, I talk to my bro about this all the time, and what I think it is that unfortunately, in some of us it clicks, and some of us it don't click. And that's firmly what I believe. When I see my daughter born, something went click.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that the click doesn't happen for some men. Even if the click does happen and you end up, in a rough situation, understand that in this society, the father has no control. Although you should have.
I found that out the hard way.
A lot of control. You know what I mean? So understanding that will help you learn how to play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I grew up in a household, I got half brothers, you know what I mean? I got step brothers, you know what I mean? So we different mothers, different fathers, you know what I'm saying? So just growing up in that type of get down, I seen how easy it is for parents to go astray. And it's not necessarily on the man or the woman all the time, but just getting back to the men, you gotta understand that the odds are not in your favor to begin with. You understand? And you just got to step up to the plate. That's it, and that's all. You gotta do the best you can do, and that's it. Every time, and the results.
Yeah, man. I was catching up on a lot of your catalog, and me and you, we've been friends for a while, man.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I really do look at you as like a big brother, cause you always got some words for me. You know what I mean? It don't matter what the situation is, you got something to say.
I wish somebody tell me something, you know what I mean? I just be trying to talk to people how I appreciate being spoken to.
Right. So what I was wondering, because I'm going through the catalog, I really didn't know, man, how much, how close you and Jack was. If you have any stories about the Jack, you and him in the lab, the work ethic,
That's easy.
how that used to be.
Jack work ethic was crazy. First of all, he the type that get in there and he don't need to write. You know what I mean? He off the top of the head. He bar for bar with it. You know what I'm saying? Jack is competitive when it comes to the lab. He's the type of person that used to get on YouTube and watch rap battles. You know what I'm saying? So it's something he really liked to do. You know, and he went through a transition, right, of when he was younger, you know what I'm saying, to when he was older, and he started dropping a lot of jewels and game, you know what I'm saying, in his music, and he did that behind the scenes as well. So, you know, two good stories. One, I was in the lab with him right before I was about to have my daughter, you know what I mean, I told him I had a kid on the way, and basically he told me, you know, how he was a great father, you know what I'm saying, how he had to hit the road and do what he had to do, but how he was, you know, in good standing with a lot of the mother of his children, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was doing well in that area, and that, you know, he admired that. You know, he was a down-to-earth person. He was somebody I could talk to about that part of my life, even though we was in the, you know, in the lab and, you know, other things was going on. You know, especially being who he is, you know what I'm saying? One of the mob figures, you know what I'm saying? Another dope story is we used to play a lot of blackjack and dominoes in the studio. You feel me?
So y'all was some gambling men.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So other people would come through, you know what I'm saying, from other areas, and you know, prior to them coming through, he would make sure that we had practiced and played real well and had our skills tight. You know what I'm saying?
That was real fair,
because when we come to the lab and they come to the lab and it's time to play, you got to get that money. It's all type of money being exchanged in the lab.
Yeah.
You got niggas grinding, you got niggas rapping. You know what I mean? Some niggas they just thugging. You know what I mean? And you know, you got to get to the money. So I appreciate that type of competition about it. Yeah, man.
I know he would appreciate you too, man. Speaking highly of him.
Think about him all the time, man.
Yeah, man.
Shocked the world, you feel me?
It definitely shocked me because
Shocked the world,
I had the opportunity of meeting Jack when he came over here to do a video with Loke in Lil Ruin Licks. And the story I got is I think Loke was about to throw away something, some type of food, and it was like half full, and Jack was like, "You got to throw that away?" And Loke was like, "Yeah, I don't want it. You know, say that for me." And so when I seen that, you know, as much as I looked up to Jack, I'm like, okay, this is a normal dude. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that was the story I had.
Jack the type of nigga that buy the lean from us and pull it up with us.
Hey, man.
Jack the type of nigga that charge niggas tell us the price to charge niggas for a verse and then split it with us.
He was just not a greedy person. It doesn't sound like greed to me. He's not sounding. That sounds like someone who was legitimately trying to help.
Jack was the first person we ever seen gelato from ever before. So it was a whole cookies vibe, and we was really having the cooks out here in San Leandro. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out to Big Mo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to K-Lo. You feel me? You know what I mean? Shout out to the Taz. Shout out to Taz. You know what I mean? Remy and the Dragons, Excessive. You feel me? We was really out here having the cookies when it first popped off with the whole Big Burner movement. And we burnt it out, man. And we was shooting a video, and we took a break from shooting the video. He pulled outside, sit at a little table. He told everybody, come here. He just sitting there breaking down some trees. He said, this the new shit right here. Like, this the one that's gonna change the game. And he told us how, you know, what type of things was in it. He talked about the Durban and, you know what I mean, just how the gelato was gonna wake game up, you feel me? He put it on fire, man, and y'all know it was like the first time you smoked some gelato, man. It might be running the mill now, you feel me? But first nigga that showed me that shit was Jack, man. You know what I'm saying? Never forget it, you feel me? 4 a.m., nigga, middle of the night, nigga, early morning.
MIP, man, to the Jack. Before me and you, you know, got the rolling, you was telling me some of the, when I was going to say benefits, with some of the what was being done or what should be done, you know, if you're fortunate enough to be out here and secure some type of bag, how legitimacy, you know, should be like an end game for those who were blessed enough to do so.
Yeah, man. if you're in it, figure out a way to get out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get good at playing that game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a business person. You know what I'm saying?
When a person tells you it was just business, it wasn't personal, what does that mean to you?
Corporate America is the most thuggiest place ever. They'll fuck you over on a contract and smile in your face.
People really don't give a shit. You know, it comes back to what we were just talking about. It being, you know, sometimes people use it was just business, not personal. All that being said, I kind of cut you off in our last interview. We was talking about Big Rich. I was wondering, do you have any stories for me about you and Big Rich doing some gamed up, some gamed up type something? You know,
Rich, my nigga, right? My
yeah,
motherfucking brother, right?
yeah.
Alright, for sure. You said Big Rich, I thought about the Big Rich.
Yeah. My bad.
But this nigga is Big Rich. He gamed up Rich.
Yeah, gamed up Rich. Shout out.
I got too many stories with my nigga Rich, man.
Yeah.
Fights in San Jose, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, me and this nigga been grinding together since I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? T-shirts, music, you know what I'm saying? Other things before that.
Right, and it's still going.
Me and this nigga used to do Freestyle Fridays back when it was hot.
Is that right?
2003, we was banging on trash cans and rapping outside every Friday. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, you know what I mean? If you can't rap, don't come on down. You know what I mean? It was kind of serious, you feel me? People would watch from afar and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, me and Rich got too many stories, man. You know? We've been to the shows, man.
How long has gamed up been official when it comes to merchandising? How long y'all been moving?
As soon as we got going, we started the merch, so 2010.
2010.
First thing smoking, we knew we was supposed to, you know what I mean, make something to represent ourselves with, because back then they had the J Stylings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Selling, you know what I mean, live wire clothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we set the standard real high, and that was when we first pressed up some personal shit. We wore it. A couple other people wanted it. We sold it to them. Then Rich got us another logo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When we currently know. Feel me?
Infamous.
Another one.
Infamous. Gamed up.
Feel me? And then we just kept it lit from there. You know what I'm saying?
100, man. Well, I appreciate you coming through, man. I just had to finish where we left off because a lot of people they really appreciated a lot of stuff that you were saying. Very motivational, you know what I mean? Not shitting on nobody. You know what I mean? Everything that you were saying was advice giving.
Nigga trying to get it up.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So
there's enough negative shit out there, but
it really is.
Did all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it really is, man.
Did all of that shit already. Plus, you know what I'm saying? You get to really doing this shit, and you ain't really trying to put that type of image out there anyway. That's how all these niggas got caught up.
100. All right, man. Thank you.